So the top player WizKid has recently been going on a verification streak, with him not only verifying Anathema, but also verifying the extreme I'm going to be talking about today called Swing Swing. And this level only uses the swing game mode and is projected to be mainless difficulty, and to my knowledge, if it's rated, this will be the hardest rated level that only uses one game mode. So that's a pretty cool fact right there, but let's actually get into the actual review. To start off, having the whole level be one game mode is a really cool idea to stand out from the other upcoming mainless levels, and the fact that it's the swing game mode as well is great, as it has been pretty underused in Extreme Demons and not mastered yet by top players. So this level might actually lead to more unknown players beating it, similar to how Codependence wasn't really touched by the well-known players like Zoink, and it was mostly more unknown people beating it. But while it's a great idea, and I praise the level for doing so, I do have to say, if done wrong, this idea of only having one game mode can have a lot of problems. So this review is mostly going to be me talking about if this level actually deals with those problems well. So first off, if you have a level with one game mode, you're going to have to make that level look interesting. Since you're only using one game mode, it really makes your level feel repetitive, so having unique designs and decoration is a must-do. For example, imagine if levels like Trip and Ship didn't have much decoration at all. They would probably be pretty boring to play in 2024, right? Luckily, Swing Swing does a similar thing as the two aforementioned levels, and makes every part feel a lot different to the last. While on their own, these parts aren't really the best, they kinda just look alright. When you put them all together into a one game mode level, they start to feel a lot higher quality. One thing I will say about the decoration is, I don't know if it's just me, but this level feels really dated. I know it was made in 2.2, but it feels like as if it was made in the wrong era of GD. The decoration really reminds me of like an early 2.1 level, or really late 2.0 decoration, and the song being a classic Dim Rain song that was used in a level with generic 2.1 gameplay and decoration kinda supports the idea. Still though, I find the decoration interesting at the very least, so this isn't really a negative. Next thing I want to say is that levels using one game mode need to have unique gameplay. Like, they really need to have it. It's a must-have, because as you can imagine, let's say you were playing a level with like 6 hours of straight fly. I'm guessing you would believe that that would be a tiny bit boring. So yeah, limiting your game modes or your gameplay style can give your level personality, but does come at the cost of removing ways to actually make playing the level interesting. An example of a level that fixes that issue is Red Dart. This is a level that only uses the wave game mode, and as you can see on screen, it comes up with a variety of gameplay ideas to allow the level to still be fun to play while only using one game mode. So the question is, does Swing Swing fix these issues as well and do the same thing? I mean, kind of. So the level has a couple unique parts, like this limbo lookalike part, this dual section part, and this part that puts orbs inside your swing, making it more unpredictable and fun to learn. But besides these couple unique parts, most of this level is still just normal swing gameplay. Isn't too much uniqueness going on, and it all kind of averages out to just being an okay level gameplay wise. This level could have ended up a lot, and I mean a lot more boring than it did, but there is also a lot of parts that just could be made a tiny bit more interesting, I think. This is no hate on all the creators in this megacolab, because pick out any of these parts and put them by themselves. If you look at them individually, they honestly all end up being pretty decent parts. It's just when you're actually putting them all together into one level that only uses one game mode, it's where we run into that aforementioned repetitive gameplay problem. Overall, I would give this level like a 5.5 out of 10. I think it's a harmless swing level with a unique gimmick that, well, it isn't my favorite level ever. I'm still glad it got verified and released, and I do hope it at least gets a rate, or at most a feature, because I do think it is deserving of a rate. That's the end of the video. Subscribe if you enjoyed. Like, honestly, it's crazy how we're nearly at 1,000 subs. I would have never thought I would make it that far, so thank you all so much for that, and yeah, peace.